2 weeks, 1,900 miles, 7 national parks, equals one incredible adventure. Sometimes your most unexpected adventures are your greatest adventures. Normally I'd be saying good morning in the beginning of my vlogs, but I'm going to say good night because it's nighttime. The last video we went to Canyonlands, and that was an awesome experience. But at the end of the video I said that we were driving out to Green River because we were going to camp at the state park so we could get showers and all that stuff. Well, it turns out that the state park is closed. Well, not closed, they're full because they're having some big thing this weekend. On the way here, I got pulled over by the police, but luckily, it's the first time I've ever been pulled over in my life. But luckily they didn't give us a ticket, so like that was good. Like, there's a warning, no ticket, so that was no problem. The cop was a super nice guy, actually. And the other thing is there's no like supermarket in town that's gonna be open tomorrow, so it seems like we have to go all the way back to Moab just to get stuff because there are no supermarkets around here. It's like we're in the middle of nowhere. So that was like really kind of poor planning on our part, and we kind of drove out here for almost no reason. That's how traveling goes sometimes, I suppose. Tonight, I just want to kind of share that story because it's kind of funny, honestly, but kind of sucks. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. We had quite an interesting night last night. We left Canyonlands and we were going to drive through a town called Green River because there was a state park there. We wanted to find camping. Well, on the way to Green River, like we're literally like a mile from the campground, like less than 5 minutes away, and we get pulled over, which is kind of crazy because it's the first time I've ever been pulled over in my life. Cop ended up being a nice guy, and he just let us go. Didn't give us a ticket or anything, which was fantastic. We like asked him about the state park, and he told us where it was. Right up there on the left. Go to the state park, and it's full. Well, then we try and go find food because a restaurant we were going to go eat, and they had just closed, so we just missed it. We ended up deciding to just drive about 45 miles farther west because the direction we're heading, and spend the night at this rest area here, which is actually a pretty nice spot. This is called the Eagle Canyon behind me, and I'm just gonna say, like, Utah is just filled with like beautiful sights like this. Like, honestly, I didn't really expect it to be this pretty much everywhere. Our goal is to get to Capitol Reef National Park today, this afternoon, but we're gonna make it stop at a town called Richfield, I believe is maybe like an hour away from here, because we got to do like a shopping run. The moral of the story is that while traveling, expect unexpected things to come up. Like last night, where like pretty much our entire plan just completely fell through. Everything we planned did not work, did not pan out. We had to make a completely different plan. So that's part of traveling. It's gonna happen, so expect it to happen. Expect unexpected things to happen. Capitol Reef National Park is going to be our third national park of the trip. First one was Arches National Park, then Canyonlands, and now Capitol Reef. So we just stopped at a Walmart here in Richfield, which is the only reason we came over this way, was to go to Walmart so we could get food. So we stocked up some food. This is like the boring part of road trips that no one ever talks about. We're just driving and stopping and getting food. It's been like around $50, which isn't too bad. As we drove closer to Capitol Reef, we saw the terrain change from a lush green to a red desert. Yes, hello, and welcome to Capitol Reef National Park. We're at the visitor center here. I'm gonna pick up some maps and stuff, figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, basically. It was a really interesting drive in. I went up like really high at first, around like 8,000 feet, and it was all like lush green rolling hills and mountains. There was still some snow left there, and then we like dropped down into a few small towns and dropped down into this valley and just all went red. So it's like we're back in the Utah desert again. Get the maps. We're getting some maps. You wanna go inside still? Yeah, maybe? No, we probably don't need to. Okay, maybe we are. We're not gonna go inside. We got maps. We're good. Okay.
Came in this way.
Yeah. 5,500 feet above sea level. Oh, so it is like a drive-through then. Definitely, and they can just drive kind of in and out. So we got a bit of a plan together. We're gonna hike the Hickman Bridge trail right here. Down this sheet down here. Says it's just 1.9 miles, just under a mile each way. There's a 130-foot long natural bridge. The weather appears to be getting a lot worse. There might be a thunderstorm or something rolling in. And we're definitely not gonna have as much time here in Capitol Reef as we had in Arches or Canyonlands, but so I think we're just gonna focus on doing this one hike today, but I don't know about the weather right now, so we might have to wait till this moves through. Hickman Bridge, that's where we're heading. Okay, the weather seems to have improved a little bit, so we're gonna go for it. I brought a rain jacket just in case it starts raining. The Capitol Reef is the first out of 3 parks we've been through so far on this trip that I haven't done any research on. So it's kind of just like a surprise what we end up getting up to, but just saw this right here. That looks pretty freaking cool. So I'm kind of excited to check it out now. It's almost 1 mile one way in to get there, and obviously 1 mile back. It's not a round trip. So let's get this going. I'm not gonna lie, after all the hiking that we did in Arches and Canyonlands, my legs are actually still pretty sore right now, but I'm just gonna push through and you know, get through it. Kind of decided, like, chose to take it pretty easily hiking yesterday in Canyonlands, and today here just not doing as much, just so I can recover a little bit. Hickman Bridge is where we're heading. Done 2/10 of the mile. Not so bad. Initially I was looking at the Navajo Knobs, which is another trail you can do, but it's almost 5 miles one way. It's like not gonna happen. Still kind of recovering from all our other hikes we've done on this trip. But seriously, check out these like orange and purple flowers they got all over the hillside here. They're really, really pretty. So one interesting thing I kind of want to point out, I really noticed, is the difference between each park we've been to on this trip. Because honestly, I didn't really know what to expect. But the difference between like Arches and Canyonlands and Capitol Reef are just like huge. I mean, the environment's a lot different. I think it's a lot more like lush and green down here. But it's just really fascinating. Whoa. Check out this like mini arch cave thing. It's really cool. I was kind of like, I'm surprised where I was just walking by, because it's like freaking awesome. You can walk right underneath this thing. It's like sunlight coming in here. There's like a second arch here. Whoa. That's really cool. Check it out. There is the arch that we've been hiking to. Man, look at the size of that arch. It said 133-foot span, and I can believe that. It's probably one of the bigger ones we've seen, honestly. You know, I think I've seen more arches in the past 3 days than like the rest of my life combined. Honestly, it's like they never get old because they're all unique in like their own way. Like all the arches we saw in Arches National Park and Canyonlands yesterday, and then now this one here today, or the 2 we saw today, all like completely different. We're making one more quick stop after that arch that we did. So this is a stop here, so there were petroglyphs somewhere, so we're gonna just go walk the trail, see what we can find. You actually can see some of the petroglyphs on the canyon wall up there. I didn't know if I'd be able to get them on camera, but I actually was able to see them pretty well. But I don't know how many there are along this walkway, but I guess I'm just gonna walk down a little bit further and see where it goes. Here's some information about some of the petroglyphs here. And 300 to 1300 CE. Hopi tribe. That stuff's actually pretty fascinating. to see kind of something that was like there way before like the European settlers came over to North America. Some cases like thousands of years before they did. There's a bit more information about all the petroglyphs. Kind of interesting. It says here in 1952 was a rock fall that brought a lot of them down, but try to get some shots of the ones up here, and maybe I'll put it in here and you can see them, but it is kind of far away, but that is really fascinating. Okay, so we left Capitol Reef, and we're driving south because our next stop is going to be Bryce National Park, but I found this really cool. Pretty beautiful overlook up here. We're actually pretty high up here, probably over 8,000 feet, honestly, because there's still some snow on the hillsides over here, and it's a lot cooler up here as well. Looking out this overlook here, we're actually pretty high up. We just passed the sign that said 9,600 feet. That's why there's still like snow up here, and it actually doesn't really feel, it's a little chilly, not too cold, but it's kind of crazy contrast to go from like the hot desert in Capitol Reef to this like 45 minutes later. That was a bit of a drive. We're in a place called Escalante, Utah State Park. We're gonna try and camp here, but actually like the campground's completely full, so we're not gonna be able to do that, but we're gonna try and get some showers here because honestly I've discovered camping how we have been out of the van, showers are like a very hot commodity. Like you only get them every once in a while, so that's the plan for now. This is our super fancy meal for tonight. I'm feeling really classy. Pretty much Capitol Reef for today. It was kind of a fast day, honestly. It's the least amount of time we spent on any of the parks, and but this view is pretty nice. Not to mention, it felt amazing to get a shower after like 4 days of being on the road, living out of the van as well. So that was very needed. What did I think about Capitol Reef National Park? Honestly, it's hard for me to compare it to like Arches and Canyonlands because we spent a lot more time in those two parks, and honestly, we're only in Capitol Reef for probably 3 or 4 hours today. I'd say like it was awesome. Like how we did up to the arch today was really awesome, and those petroglyphs were a pretty cool thing to see. Overall, I'd say it was a pretty successful day, but I think maybe we could have taken more time to see more of the park, but it's just kind of how it goes sometimes. We needed to kind of get where we're going, and I don't think we wanted to be waiting until really late like we did last time to find somewhere place to sleep and everything, because that was a whole like fiasco last night that we had to kind of deal with, and we didn't really want to do that today. So it was an awesome park. Obviously I would still recommend it, and it's really cool because you have like all the 5 national parks in Utah that you can kind of easily hit in succession. Arches, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon, which we're going to tomorrow, and then Zion. So that's kind of like the plan, to go through all 5 of those. Gotta find somewhere place to sleep tonight. If you do enjoy these videos, definitely subscribe to my channel to see the rest of our national park road trip videos. Kind of like a series I'm doing on the channel right now. So really cool stuff is definitely coming ahead. So tomorrow we're heading to Bryce Canyon National Park, and that should be another cool adventure. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. In the next episode of the National Park Road Trip series. To watch the rest of the series, subscribe to my channel below.